All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, it's not even morning. What's up, everybody? Listen, so let me tell you, when I schedule the Wiley show, I always schedule this show super, super, super early. So I'll be up, and I was like, Dad, well, I'm up, but everybody is asleep. So I said, you know what? Let me go and reschedule. Now, mind you, when I be rescheduling, I keep forgetting it's a 2-hour difference. I need to start scheduling the show at 12 o'clock. And so I'll be rescheduling it wrong with the scheduling because it's all different. But nevertheless, I got everything set up correctly. So now when I schedule an episode, it'll be scheduled correctly and I'll be on time instead of being late. Now, we got some subjects that we're going to get into in this particular episode. I want to say good afternoon to you all. This is my first Saturday in Vegas. You know, I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I don't know if I'm going to go gambling today. I don't know what I'm going to do today. But what I am going to do is just get out this house and just walk and experience Vegas. But y'all let me know. And I still need to find a barber. Nobody sent me a black barber. I still need to find a black barber because I need to get my hair cut before I go to work next week. If I don't, I'm going to feel some type of way. But, you know, I told you, I'll hold you to your word, right? Thank you, Just Jenny. I see y'all in here. I'm just making sure y'all say hello, hello. I'm seeing y'all in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Wiley Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see y'all in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are definitely here. Now, question, did you move here? I haven't officially moved here yet, like all my items and stuff like that. I have to do a change of address, change all my items. But because I have one more month on my lease up until June, the last week of June, I can still do a change address, make sure everything is good, and then move, okay? I am super, super, super excited to be here. I feel good, you guys. I don't feel like depressed or down or anything because God have truly opened up doors. So I do want to thank him for all that he have been doing for me. I am super happy to be here. It's a lot of ideas that I do have. So now I can finally look at comedy clubs. I can finally look at different things. And the weather is definitely hot, but I'm used to it because I've been outside all week. Outside, walking, on the bus, walking, and everything like that. But I do want to thank the contributions, for y'all helping me with this because we lost a lot of our income on YouTube because half of our videos didn't get monetized. It was like the yellow symbol. But anybody that's on YouTube know that YouTube will do it and they throw you out of the algorithm, whatever the case may be. Like we were doing really, really good. And then yellow, yellow, yellow. Then you have to manually go on the video and send it to YouTube. And so they send a green symbol. By the time they send a green symbol, you'd have missed out on all this money. But, you know, it is, and it hurts your pockets. But nevertheless, we still at it. We still putting out videos. We still putting out content. This is when I had to go back to the workplace because I cannot depend on that. You know what I'm saying? I can't just depend on just that one particular thing. I have to go to the workplace and then I can do this on the side. But I'm excited because we are here. Now, last night episode was fun. We had a little debate going on over there with Puerto Rico. It was just a great vibe. You never know who's going to watch the show, but we got a lot of stuff to do it. They said, will you get the money back if it turns green? No, you don't get the money back. Like if it's a yellow symbol, that then you have to manually put in there. Like YouTube does it. Like when you pick it up good traction for me, they're like, oh my gosh, like yellow symbol. Then you have to go send it. And then it'd be like days that you missed out on all them days of advertising dollars, you know. But nevertheless, you know, we good. Because God still opened up doors of the pay our rent. Amen. And then we got us a job. And some more jobs. I'm surprised Jobs was calling me today on Saturday, some type of way. So, and then people was like, well, you need to work at the casino. We applied at the casino. I would love to work at the casino. Okay. They said, wow, I did not know that. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know. Like I'm sharing with y'all. Like a lot of people, yes. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, absolutely. Because this YouTube income was for the rent. You know what I'm saying? And your rent got to be paid. And that's how I was like, knowing I'm like, if it's doing this impact, there's no way I can afford, to be in my apartment and paying out that rent. And me personally, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, roommating with people, because obviously I love it. It's like he's always at work. And then when he's off work and then I'm leaving, I'm going out, I'm walking, look for jobs, and then, you know what I'm saying? So staying busy. Then, of course, I do the YouTube show and people are watching from across the country. And I love that. Here and about. So people want to, hang out with me in Vegas, and I still need to find a black barber. Okay. What I would do is, like, when I move to, like, get my own place in Vegas, it will definitely be a 2-bedroom, because I want to do one for my show, one room for my show, and thing where I can, like, entertain company. Most definitely, I do not want to have like a 1-bedroom, and then it use up all my, my space. Like, I want to have 2-bedroom, one for my room, one for my show, and then the living room for my living room. You know what I'm saying? So then, just in case, that's what I want. So it'll be my goal. So everything is good, and everything is good. So I thank everybody for y'all amazing support. We're going to get into these topics, y'all. I got a lot of stuff to say and a lot of stuff to do to get into these topics. But first of all, I want to send my condolences to Michelle Obama, to the Robinson family, to the Obama family. They did lose their mother. And so y'all know she was the former first grandmother of of America, and she have died in her 80s, and so we are sending our condolences to that. I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I really feel for Michelle, but she lived a long life. Like, she lived a very long life. So now Michelle Obama, both of her parents are gone over to glory. I do send my condolences to her, but she had raised some beautiful children. I mean, her son, her daughter, she definitely have raised some great children. And, she definitely did. And what she stood for, and when you look at her life, President Obama said something. He was like, her saying that her son-in-law, get into this in her lifetime, to see that she was in a deeply segregated Chicago, and to see that her son-in-law became, the president. That's amazing. Like, that was iconic. So when people say this world have not changed, obviously you have not lived to see it, but the world have changed. Even though, we dealing with racism and we dealing with people that have been coming towards us all day long, but clear as day, we have seen more and more people have been coming towards us. Okay. But still, out of all the drama, there have been some change. I mean, years ago in Vegas, it was very segregated. Most of all the hotels on the Strip, and me as a black man could not walk in the front door. Even if I'm the headliner, even if I'm on the headliner, I still have to walk through the kitchen. I could not walk in the front door. And we're talking about Vegas. You know what I'm saying? This is during my grandmother's time, that if you wanted to go see your favorite act, you would have to go in the color section. And so so now you can go to the Strip. You go in the front door. I went all through the Strip. You don't have to worry about going through the kitchen and all that type of stuff, unless you're just super, super famous, and because of security risk, you go through the kitchen. But as a black man, like, you can go any part of the Strip. So things have changed. But I am sending my condolences because, again, losing a parent, I don't know how that feel. Losing a parent in a physical sense. I know how I feel losing a parent emotionally, but I don't know how I feel losing a parent physically. And it's definitely crazy to see that you have to, like, bury your parent. But that's the way that it's supposed to go, to be honest. That you're supposed to, with me, I don't feel as bad if you're burying somebody that's in their mid 80s, late 90s, they're 100-some years old. I don't necessarily feel bad if that's how you have to bury them. You know what I mean? Then versus you have to, bury a child or a newborn and all of that. But if you bury somebody that lived a full life, I find like the funerals is not as sad than versus you're burying somebody that pretty much was in their 20s or in their 30s, like especially when you have to go and you have to bury somebody like 5 years old. It just hit differently emotionally because in your mind, you be like, oh my gosh, they didn't really get to live a full life. And they didn't really get to live their entire life. And I still think about that, all the parents that have to go through that, that lose a child. But losing a parent, someone told me, not Amanda Seales, but Melissa Ford said, it's like losing a part of your body when you're losing a parent. And they said, especially losing like a mother, it does something to you mentally. So I've heard that over and over and over and over. And especially if you was like close with your mom and you were calling your mom every day. And I remember one sister on my show, I forgot her name. She B Scales. She was a moderator on the show, and she said, "You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to my mom. Like we could be talking like regular about stuff, and she'd be wanting to talk to her mom, and it affected her to the point that she died from a broken heart. She literally died from a broken heart because her mom, you know what I'm saying, passed away, and she kept living on to that." Over and over and over. And I try my best to tell her, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, live for your children, but she wasn't trying to hear that at all. She was, when I got up on the thing, I was like, oh my gosh, she, you know, I got word that, you know, she passed away, but she was very depressed and she never could get up. I mean, she lost her mom, she lost her grandmother. So hearing someone lose a family member, I never understood it until like I experienced it when one of my audience members, and I was like, okay, now I know what to tell them. Like grief counseling is very important, but every day she would just be crying, like every day, and then it would make her daughters cry. And I'll be trying to tell her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like you have to, you know, get it together, you know, get some counseling because you're bringing a spirit in your home, and it's turn on your daughters. And then she didn't even want to get out of bed. It was like a lot of stuff people didn't know. And I was like, oh my gosh. And this platform is like so different because I know a lot of YouTubers don't sit and get on the phone with their audience members and really counsel them and really talk to them and all of that. And it was a lot. And then when I got the phone call that, you know, she passed, I knew it, you know, and then, you know, I said, oh, she died from a broken heart because she was extremely depressed. You know, we could be talking something on YouTube and she could just change the whole atmosphere of the show because she was really depressed. And very good person. I mean, after Prod of Me, like before Prod of Me, you know, Blue Sky will call, you know, these skills will call into the show and we will have conversations on the show. I mean, she would, you know, very call in, like she was very active. And one thing that I regret in life, you know what I'm saying, not doing what I was supposed to do because I was supposed to do a comedy show in her town. We was gonna pick a comedy club. She was gonna pretend to be my girlfriend, and we had this whole set that I was gonna do on stage because I didn't know if I was gonna do like gay jokes or what jokes or whatever. But I'm not gonna tell you like the type of material I was gonna do. But I remember going over it with her on the phone. She was like, "Oh, okay, you got to come down here." Talking so like, come down here and do it. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna do it." And I never did it. They said I didn't know. I get on drugs bad. I had to go to the crazy house. I cried every day for 5 hours straight. They said, and Michelle's mom lived at the White House and took care of her 2 daughters. She seemed like a sweet grandma. May she rest in peace. Yeah, she did that. She didn't have to necessarily. She didn't have to do it, but she did. You know, she did that for the people. Somebody said, "Why you blocked me on YouTube?" You're not blocked. Okay, y'all be want to troll. They say so, you know, it's really difficult. I'm glad that you got over it. You know what I'm saying, that you was able to move on your life because your loved one wants you to move on. You know what I mean? For me, dealing with hospice care, I saw something that I would love to experience. Because if you have to experience the end, I would love to experience like living a long life. And then your great grandchildren, then your children, your great grandchildren, your entire family surround you, and you playing music, and they're just talking, and they're just all around you, and they having this conversation. Like, come on now. Wait a minute. You said you blocked, so that's just truly a a situation. Hold on, somebody said they blocked. Give me 1 second. You see what I got to do as a YouTuber? Like, you got to call people and see if they block or something like that. Y'all bear with me. Do y'all mind me taking this phone call? Hey, Sneaky Link, text me because I just was thinking about you, Sneaky Link. Send me a text because I didn't save your number in my phone. I got so many 702 numbers on there from jobs and stuff. Like, please text me, Sneaky Link, so we could talk because I'm actually here in Vegas and everything. And I enjoyed your hey. You said you blocked. Let me see if you blocked. Hold on. Let me go on my.
You blocked me.
Well, I don't know if I blocked you on purpose. So sometimes it may be a glitch. But hold on, let me go and check it out right now. How are you doing? So you said you're blocked right now?
Yes, I'm EA. What happened?
Okay, well, let me double check. I don't think you're blocked, but let me just double check. I could be wrong. Okay, it's a lot of people that got blocked up in here. Oh my gosh.
I'm very upset.
Oh, I do apologize. It's a lot of people back here that is blocked on here. I don't know. Okay. Oh my God, they blocked that person too. I take full responsibility. Let me just go ahead and just unblock everybody. Let me just go ahead and unblock everybody. And I don't see EA on here though. I don't see you blocked on here. Let me.
My comments aren't showing up in the chat.
Okay, well then there probably is. So let me just double check and everything. Give me 1 second. They said hidden users. Give me a second. Wow, it's a lot of people in here that is blocked. Oh, EA is blocked. Oh, who blocked you? Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I do apologize for that. OMG. Yeah, it was in here that was blocked. You know, I can't pretend like I'm Storm Bro up until like you ain't blocked, y'all. I see it right now that it was blocked. So you probably won't be able to comment in this episode because they have to like refresh and everything. But I did unblock you. I did unblock you. So you can try to see if you can comment out, but if not, you highly wait to the next episode because I'm gonna go back live today when I'm outside in Vegas, when I'm outside in these Vegas streets. Oh, I do apologize for that. Oh, they got BV blocked. I haven't seen that person in a long time. They blocked. Okay. Oh, they got Kate. Hello Kitty blocked. Okay, go ahead. Thank you, sus. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, I'm so sorry, y'all. That's probably why people ain't in the comments. Look at all these people in this thing. You know, let me just unblock everybody. Give me a second. Let me block everybody. Let me unblock everybody. They got Jasper. That's why I say Jasper here. I don't know how these people is blocked. I don't know. And I don't think moderators can block. It's on like, okay. All right, so I unblocked. Wow, that was a lot of people in there blocked. OMG. Okay. Okay, well, I'm sorry. We'll be seeing some more people in the chat. I do say I do apologize and stuff like that. I take full responsibility because I don't know, like, because maybe if I clicked on something. So again, I do send my apologies. I do apologize. I take full responsibility because I don't think a moderator can block. So I would say I did it. I don't know when I did it, but I just say I did it. But bring it to my attention because I do see a lot of people on this thing. I'm unblocking everybody. I'm blocking everybody. We're in Vegas. This is a new leave. I'm unblocking all the YouTubers that I blocked. Let me just unblock everybody. Let me unblock everybody. Let me hold on 1 second. Let me unblock everybody. Okay, even all the trolls. Let me unblock everybody. Sometimes you need the trolls. Okay, I unblocked everybody. So we definitely gonna need the moderators in because some of these people gonna have to get reblocked because they're gonna come in here cussing, posting weird stuff. Aquarius, I unblocked you. Black Rose, Shady Boots, I unblocked you. Chanel Free, you are unblocked. Court, Count of Smile, B-Word, Queen B-More. Somebody blocked Queen B-More. What the world? She was just in this chat. She a whole member. Now, wait a minute. It got to be something going on because she was just on my show here. What is going on? That must be like a glitch or something because, okay, how's Queen B-More? Queen B-More, send me a text. How is she blocked? She was just on the show. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know I didn't block these people. Like, hold on. Give me a second here. Let me check something out. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because she was just on a show a couple of days ago. Okay. And I just saw her comments. And I just, unless this is another person trying to, you know, yeah, it got to be YouTube folks, because I don't know who blocked these people, because I know I didn't block Queen Bieber. I just had the lady on the show. Okay, that must be like a glitch. I do apologize. So EA is back. Okay. Now we back in motion, because we had a lot of people that got unblocked. Okay, we good. Mods act like they get a check. Okay, what are you talking about, Carrie? What is going on with Carrie? I haven't seen Carrie in a long time. What's going on with Carrie? Carrie, do you want to call in? Let's just work this out, because we try to grow. We see my girl in here, Couture Bay, in here, because they're just blocking people. Carrie, do you want to come on and say something? Let's put the number on the screen here, because we got a lot of time. I ain't rushing. I ain't got no job right now. Okay, well, I'm off right now. Okay, and then, baby, I just cannot wait to get through this hump, pay my rent, and turn up on these streets. Hey, okay. Okay, let me put the number on there, because I want to see what's going on with Carrie, because then somebody came against Terry and all that stuff. I was like, what are y'all talking about? But I don't believe it, because Terry is a very faithful supporter of the show. So when they say somebody is, oh, wait, somebody sent me $15. Good luck in Vegas. Yes. Thank you, sis. Oh, I'm going to go give me a burger. I was up there pinching pennies, so y'all don't understand how I was out here struggling. But I was out here pinching pennies, but y'all came through. Y'all are coming through for me. Just God bless you and thank you. And then one person said they're gonna still be somebody for me to go to the casino. Please, I kind of feel lucky. Oh my God, I want to get on this bus and go to the MGM. Couture Bay, get on the flight. Come to the MGM. Come to the MGM, baby. I feel lucky. I'm already in Vegas. What you talking about is I'm coming back? I'm here. Okay? Baby, I am in Vegas, child. You know, with anytime. Hey, wait. So I think I'm off Friday and Saturday. So anytime, like on Friday and Saturday. Somebody said $100. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you. What? Oh my gosh. Because we but just give it a little time, because I really want, I'm trying to see if I'm off on the 4th of July. Let me check my calendar here. Because I'll be back in Texas, you guys. Yeah, because I'm off on Friday and Saturday. Like the 4th of July. Oh, it's on the 4th. It's on the Thursday. Okay, that would be lit to spend it in Vegas. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be lit. I cannot believe that. Okay, that's gonna be lit. And this time, you know what I'm saying? I'm really gonna be outside, because I am tired of just being in the house. And that's one thing I can say, you guys. I be outside, like walking and stuff. Because at first I was like, if I don't get a job, then you know what I'm saying, then I would have to leave my apartment and still be here. I just do YouTube, but I wanted a job because I wanted more things to do. I didn't just want to just be working. I wanted multiple streams of income. And then we supposed to be starting another thing too, going on this other app and some stuff. So I can't wait to do that too. But thank you, sis. All right. So we got a lot of stuff that we got to discuss in this video. But we unblocked everybody. If y'all got something to say, y'all can say it in the chat, and we will love y'all. This is an open chat. Y'all can say what y'all got to say and everything. I do apologize. I don't know who. I'm gonna say it's a YouTube glitch, because again, I know I didn't block them many people, and I know doggone sure when I saw Queen Bee More on their block, I'm like, I know I didn't block that person, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this type of thing. Now, make sure y'all go and y'all share. Now, we got to get into Eminem. Now, y'all, what happened? Why is black folks against Eminem? Like when him talking about, you know, Megan Thee Stallion, like dissing her and all of that. Do you know why Eminem is dissing Megan Thee Stallion? Let's clear. Because she the queen. Anytime you on top, in order for you to get traction on YouTube or traction on streaming, you come for who's on top. Because Megan Thee Stallion is on top, she surpassed that type of stuff. And I don't necessarily think it was a dissing, but that's how the Publicist is taking it. The public is taking it. I think it was an honorable mention. Like you mentioning Megan Thee Stallion, it's an honor because when I checked Megan Thee Stallion page here, she didn't say nothing like dissing him or nothing like that. And when I checked his page again, he didn't say nothing negative. I just think it was an honorable mention just to, you know what I'm saying, for her to go viral, get interaction. Because again, Eminem is worth millions of dollars. I mean, let's go to Eminem net worth here. Give me a second. Let's go to Eminem net worth. So of course he ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. He is worth. Let's put this on the screen here so y'all will see this. So obviously he's not doing this for money because he's worth $250 million. So let's keep that all the way a stat here. $250 million. You see that, don't you? Okay, he's worth $250 million. So there's no way in the world that he's dissing Megan Thee Stallion for a check. And let's see what he said about Megan. Give me a second. The power of Google is amazing. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico. I would love to visit Puerto Rico. So right here on page 6, and this is why it's important on page 6, they have a headline saying Megan Thee Stallion Eminem slam for referencing Megan Thee Stallion shooting in a new song. And then they said right here, someone said it's. Give me a second. I want y'all to see what they're saying right here. He just referenced the shooting. He didn't like diss her and call her bad bleach body on there. Look at my fan that's up in the comments. Child, you better come on StreamYard. He up there sending me text. This man really want me. He getting super wet. We got a whole Puerto Rican fan over here. But anyway, so right here for y'all to see that the rap superstar spits his latest track, which dropped Friday. If I was to ask Megan Thee Stallion if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? Oh, child, this ain't dissing. I don't know, but I'm glad to be. This ain't this like, oh, the feet, like FEAT. Okay. Couture, did you want to say something? Do you want to say something right there? He not dissing. He not dissing. Now I get it. See, this is why it's important to go read for yourself. FEAT, like feature. Okay, he ain't dissing. Okay. And if the Puerto Rican Prince, if he want to hit the link, let's see if he can hit the link. Let me see if I can bring the Puerto Rican on. Let me send him the link because he is really obsessed with me right now. And I love him because he's supposed to be over there with Armani. Armani gonna sit there and give him this attention. So you might as well come on over here at the Wiley Show, baby. Feet is feature on the record. Okay. What do you have to say? You see, I'm looking at the lyrics right here. You see the lyrics. So this is not a diss.
Yes.
So he didn't say nothing. Get off your good foot, laughing at your dead mama. He didn't say nothing like that. Okay.
No, I think they have a collaboration coming up. And he just used to play on words. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think he was dissing her though.
Do you think Nicki gonna call him a colonizer for like not for going against black women? Or would this solidify Megan Thee Stallion for being the queen, for working with Eminem, would that take her further in her career?
I think so, because having a feature with Eminem would be like, she's up there. Like, look at all the women who have a feature with Eminem. Rihanna, Nicki Minaj. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. So that would be an honor, because so many black men say he's the GOAT. So
yeah. They do say he the GOAT. They say he the GOAT. They said Kendrick Lamar said featured to Drake. Okay. But my point is, why do you think black blogs are saying that he dissed her? Because that's when they put it out. I'm sorry, I didn't even go listen to the track. I'm just judging the blog. It's like, oh, he dissed her.
They lack comprehension. That's really what it is. If they really would have listened to the song, you know how in black media we like to sensationalize something. Nothing was going on in the news sector. They were trying to diminish Cardi B's light because she ate Bia up and JT and the rest of the flunkies in her Wannabe remix. So they had to give the shine to a white man dissing a black woman. I mean, that's the state of the climate we're in right now. So yeah.
I want to also say, like, did you enjoy the song?
No. So I do like Eminem, but I thought the song was weak. I really did, because it was like a remake of Guess Who's Back? Back Again. It's that song. And I don't know. I just felt like he could have been better, but the Barbs got him the #2 on Apple iTunes. So shout out to the Barbs.
Well, I want to know why the bar. I'm not trying to be all shady and stuff like that, but Eminem, I never would have thought that. Even in this article here, they said, "Is it too much to ask that as we enter Black Music Month in a few days, that folks not allow Eminem to make light of Megan, a black woman who was a victim of gun violence, to be targeted in a song by a white rapper?" One critic wrote in response via X Friday, "Folks are too comfortable disrespecting black women."
Well, what did that say? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, is that disrespecting black women? Because now I see the black women are coming out. Some critics are coming out. They're trying to throw Eminem under the bus here.
Honestly and truly, I would say this. It's funny how we always like to say protect black women, but when it comes to our own, we don't say that. So I don't think he was dissing her. I think they're just looking at Eminem being successful. He's white, dominating in a black space. Black men pedestalize him. So there has to be some pushback. At the end of the day, unless he like disrespects her the way he's disrespect others, I think it was just a play on words.
Because I was like, wait a minute, he didn't really diss. Because now I look at it, because he didn't say what I thought he said, like making fun of her dead mom. Really going there, because that's what I thought. So I said, well, wait a minute, let me go and read the lyrics. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's play on words. So I can definitely see them doing an album or working together. Because like you said, if he's mentioning her, because I watch wrestling, if I see him just randomly mentioning her, he haven't really released a new record in so long, if I'm not mistaken. So him coming back.
Years.
Okay.
It's been years. So why not work with Meg Thee Stallion? She can really rap. That's who Eminem likes to work with, rappers.
Because when you see that, and also too, ain't that's like a way for him to get back into the algorithm, to get introduced back to people that may have not been a fan of his music?
Yes, it is. And why not use each other? Why not use the GOAT of hip hop? Because that's what they've been calling him. And why not use somebody who has their pulse on the young crowd?
When I look at this whole entire ordeal, I was minding my own business here because I'm in Vegas. Obviously, I'm here stalking Armand Wiggins. That's what that's what they're saying.
Listen, Mr. Puerto Rico better stop before I call Nate, because Nate is not gonna like some Spanish fly pushing up on his man.
So when I heard about that, I said, well, wait, let me watch Couture Bay. Because I know right then and there that you are a music. I think people don't understand that you are a music person. Like, you know about the lyrics, you know how to quote the lyrics from your mom. I believe you said your mom or your granny didn't allow you to listen to like that type of music, so you would have to.
I would have to sneak and listen to it.
Yeah.
So Yes, I love everything about music. My grandmother did not allow for secular music. You could only sing the Lord's music.
Right.
With her, the Lord's music was the Christian artist, and it better not be no Christian rap because they trying to send demon spirits into into
Yeah,
the
my grandma didn't
sound
even allow
waves.
us to listen to stuff like that gospel rap. She didn't allow us to listen to it. I don't know about your grandmother, but she did not allow us to listen to gospel rap, like rap music and gospel. No,
Mm. No, it had to
she didn't
be
even allow us to listen to
it had
Kirk
to be
Franklin. Like
it had to
it
be
had to be
people
like
who
your
are
traditional
blessed.
Shirley Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Reverend James Cleveland, that child molester. But you
Ooh,
know, mhm.
not you
If I
bringing
had
it
money,
up.
I would love to talk about the Reverend James Cleveland story because he even gave people like HIV and stuff.
Oh, let me know when you want to do that. That would be a great panel topic discussion.
That would be we definitely got to plan that because that is a but you know the church folk they gonna be coming out. That's hard. Do you think we need to do that in front of the paywall? Because you understand, like when we talk about that church, you talking about old church. And let's be
Listen,
clear. And let's be clear. That Reverend James Cleveland, you already know what house he was raised, what came at to uh
yup.
uh Aretha Franklin daddy and all of them. And you know, she was giving pussy when she was what 13, 14 years old. She was a little
That's probably who the baby father is if we really talk about it. Like,
probably is. You know, that was going on. See, people don't understand all these freak offs. We talk about the secular world. Let's not even get into the gospel freak off.
listen, James
Oh,
James Brown and Ray Charles said the best PUSSY was in the church
was in the
sector.
church. Was in the
Oh,
church. Like people forget that. Like them gospel stuff. Man, once you was done with that gospel stuff, they really did all that sin at Aretha Franklin's daddy's house. He was a whore too. I mean, he cheated on Aretha's mother with a member in his church and got her pregnant, if I'm not mistaken.
yes,
Yeah,
he did,
yeah,
and
got
then banished that lady to hell when she was trying to get her daughter from
her.
over there.
So, you know, yeah. Oh, so somebody said right here, I went to Reverend Cleveland's church as a kid, and it wasn't a secret. Andre Crouch, to yeah, like you gotta understand. I remember I was in the car, and I got to be careful how I say this, but I was in the car with one of my former pastors and Kojic, and Andre song was on, and he said, "Oh, he messed up." So many words he said he going to hell because you know the church people knew the evil that they were doing. Like they knew about all, like most of these bishops, like in culture, they know all the pedophiles,
Yes, they
they know
do.
all the DL people.
Yes,
But
they
the
do.
point is, the sick part of the church, yeah, you know, but they're not banished from the church. They still involved in the church.
There's a part in Aretha's movie where I forget the lady's name. She was huge in the Harlem Renaissance. She could really sing. She told her, she said, "Girl, who is the daddy of them babies?" Because it was always rumored that it was either him or one of them other men who liked the children.
And I want y'all to see this real quick. I'm gonna do this, and this is just us just Googling this. And shout out to Google, because like Google will
Shout out to
tell you.
Google. Okay,
So
they
right
got the
here,
best.
and this I don't know why this is not a movie, but in February 1992, Cleveland then Foster's son Christopher Harris, formerly known as Christopher Harris Cleveland, filed a lawsuit against the Cleveland estate, claiming that Cleveland allegedly sexually abused him over a period of 5 years, infecting him with the HIV virus, which he claimed Cleveland contracted through same-sex sex. You know, so as you all can see right there, that was back in when I was what 2 years old, but you never and it's somebody in the chat probably never even heard of that. And this man, they give award, if I'm not
Every
mistaken,
year. Yes, they do.
they still give you an award. And that's like the highest award. Like you were really a legend to get that Reverend James Cleveland award, but nobody want to talk about that.
It's so weird to me. Like, very weird, very shady, very demonic. But like I said, I learned how to articulate music through Christian music because you got to be able to enunciate the words.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me see what this said right here. And so somebody said this. Oh, I want to definitely read it. Death of a Queer King by Robin Dunn. This right here, they're literally exposing him. And I'm going to read this. You can't see it, but right here, it is like an excerpt right here. I'm going to read this part over here. They said, I was homeless. I was 16 years old, run away when two black women in long robes, headscarves offered me a place to stay. They brought me home to a shotgun house in East Austin when they lived and sheltered the homeless and held religious services for hours on end. I never spent time in church. In any case, I never heard of one like this. But this is the part that I want to read. When I joined the church, I laid sex and drugs and rock and roll down at the altar. Gospel old stuff help fill the musical void. Then when you go down about Cleveland, go all the way down, because I think they're gonna get into the mess here. About his whole thing of him dying from AIDS. They said Cleveland condition became apparent before death at 50-year anniversary celebration. He could only sit up for a short period. At the last GMWA appearance, he was thin and frail, collapsed, and was rushed to the hospital. Acknowledgement of Cleveland gay life and death from AIDS was a nosy affront, hope I'm saying it right, to a system of secrecy. Even now, talk of Cleveland's death is often met with stony silence within the gospel community. So he actually, in the thing, they actually say that he actually had the AIDS and everybody want to cover it up. But
I believe it, because it's just like I forget that white preacher. He was real big, the white evangelist. They do not allow the people who are in positions of power, even if they did wrong. Like, it's a well-known secret.
Wow. They said I was still with the church when Cleveland died, but I was beginning to see my way out. Leaving took years. But in the same way, I remember the first night I knelt at the church altar. I remember the hour when I finally felt whole, when I met a girl and we went back to her place. Only then I did feel I felt home. When I left the church, I tried to keep the best pieces that are as much as punk as gospel, to keep an eye on the least and the last, and not to follow crowd. But it's like people in here that know about Reverend James Cleveland but won't talk about him. And I would love to do a movie about that, because I think people don't talk about.
Baby, they would try to bury that, because
They will try to bury that, and they will try to take me out, because you talk about secrets.
Bigger than Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, it's bigger than Harvey Weinstein, because that includes Whitney Houston's mama. That includes Aretha. It shows why Patty and Aretha weren't really on good terms. You know, people hate to wake it up. Like, Patti LaBelle ain't no mean girl. Aretha Franklin was the mean girl. And Patty was like, look, just because you did stuff like that don't mean I got to do stuff like that. That's really the reason why they didn't get along. Because Patty stands on the side of right.
Facts. And right here, you guys, let's see if we can bring this up here. They said Black church rumors, sexual violence, and Black gay gospel Reverend James Cleveland. I want you all to see this. And they said, now wait a minute, I didn't even know this was going on, child. This is just a little research here. They said right here, Jack published James Cleveland infected LA youth with HIV. $9 million lawsuit claims which detail how the Chicago-born gospel musician had not only allegedly sexually abused his foster son, Christopher B. Harris, but had also given him the AIDS virus. The article takes the incident of rumor or accusation as a critical opportunity to think about, oh my gosh, okay, let's go all the way down here. Now, this is called Black Church Rumor. But again, nobody is talking about, okay, they said Cleveland from dusty church closet from consideration the history of HIV and AIDS in African-American Protestant church and gospel community and the Black queer studies. So we still to this day, people deny this. They will deny this because when you want to deny this, you got if you say that this happened, that means you have to admit that gays exist in the church. And HIV and AIDS got a lot of people in the church too.
Well, when it comes to the church, we got to understand that's a business, and they have to protect the business. The brand is supposed to be above sin. So if we admit, and when we say we're talking about these people in positions to admit these things are going on, then it destroys the core fabric of the institution. So they don't want to have that happen. It's the same in any religion. We just saw last year that Buddhist man sticking his tongue in that little boy's mouth, and people are still going up for that Buddha leader. So I mean, it it's sad across the board. These people have these vices, and these vices are very predatory, but they will cover up, they will block, they will cover in the name of religion.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
this part.
That's true. They said C.L. Franklin used to have freak offs after church. Aretha was involved in those freak offs. You could tell. And that's why I don't judge. And this is why that generation should not be as, come against this generation now. They were really having sex back then. And with grown men and people that I talked to that's Aretha age, like, oh, they said that was normal. There was nothing wrong with having sex with an older man.
Well, it was normal because you got to think about it too. Like, look at the time, look at the era, and look at what was going on.
That's true.
It's not like it is now. My great aunt still can't drive to this day. Like, she doesn't own a driver's license. It was a different time.
Wow.
Papa was a Rolling Stone was only, what was that, the 70s, late 70s?
Yeah, that was that was in the late 70s. Absolutely. So wow. So a lot of people don't know that era was what black folks did. Like when my grandmother got pregnant at 13, they did what they do best. They covered it up. They'll move you up north.
Yes, they did. And let's not act like it's not even just the pregnancy thing. If y'all go watch the original Sparkle, that is exactly how people were getting down. Like,
that's true.
I think we like to implement these 2024 rules on something that happened in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. Like, it was not unheard of a grown man being with a young girl, because that was the climate, that was the culture, especially if the young girl was considered wild. Even the boys, if they could not control them, they marry you off.
That's true. They will marry you off. Like my uncle, he would say to church, like if you did that, it would be like a shotgun wedding. Like somebody would have, like you get forced to marry this person. And on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken, they call it the child bride. And so the lady said she got pregnant by the deacon, and they forced her to get married as a child to a grown man. And they call it's like a whole documentary on who, if I'm not mistaken, because I saw a clip of it, they were talking about child brides. And I believe like recently in certain states, they just changed the law. Most states now, what you got to be, 17, 18? I think in Illinois, you got to get permission to get married at 17. I don't know if that's still true.
You do.
But I think most of the states changed, because at 4 it wasn't like that. You could be like 12, 13. A lot of states change their laws.
Yes, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time, we have to also understand a lot of people pimp their children out, and that's the harsh reality. We love to talk about these people are predators and blah, blah, blah. How did they get them? When people really discuss R. Kelly, they forget to discuss how people allowed for those young girls to be in his studio, to be up in there. There's cameras throughout Sony. Do you think the executive of Sony cared? No, because he was the same thing.
It was making the money. And then also the thing about, shout out to you bringing that up, I remember me and B Scales covered that with R. Kelly, but when he got molested, let's go back how his family did not get justice for him. Because people forget R. Kelly got molested as a child by a man, and then his sister molested, and she's still walking the streets. So we get mad at R. Kelly, but he was groomed. It's just like when people kidnap somebody and drug them up. Are you shocked that they're on drugs?
No, because the same thing I just saw the other day, it was Charlemagne the God talking about how he was Me Too'd himself. I'm like, no wonder he was out here slipping Spanish fly in the girls' drinks and stuff.
Right, because it was right. Because you honestly, what you're saying is you do what is normal. To R. Kelly, I don't think now, to his mind, he probably still think that what he did was normal, because not to take up for him, But that's all that he knew was to be. He was introduced to sex at an early age, and then
he's
what
from
made it worse,
Chicago,
the
where the girls are
money,
getting pimped. That's
right? The
another thing.
wealth, and in Chicago, I mean, not me, but they gave him a pass to do it because they saw him doing it with the young girls. They didn't care. Even the teacher, she talked about it now, and she just recently passed, his choir director teacher. But you been knew about it. Nobody stopped it because it was so normalized. And then once you get money, couture babe, that means you're gonna do that on steroids. That means you got more money and power. And then he was attractive, so he just did that 100-fold.
Attractive and could sing. You know, when
And
you
could
have
sing,
that,
yeah, that's true.
I forget the complex they call it. It's the the Lucifer spirit, the
Oh, absolutely.
Luciferin or something like that spirit. When you're beautiful, you have a voice, you're powerful. Are they trying to say something? No. I mean, it happens with women as well. That's why a lot of these women be setting these other women up. A lot of people go up for Kimora Lee Simmons, but let's not act like she wasn't out there helping Russell too.
Oh, absolutely. Let's not even go to R. Kelly's wife, the one that's doing all that fake crime.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff is just guilt. You knew R. Kelly. You cannot tell me, and I personally believe that she was doing it with R. Kelly. Me, honestly, that's the rumor that she was out there, and she bragged about being a Kelly. She bragged about how she loved him and blah 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 blah. But now because he's canceled, oh, now you got to play the victim. Well, I was beat up and I didn't know.
Same thing with Sparkle. Sparkle said she saw that girl locked up in a room, saw Dre Kelly locked up, and she didn't care because
Sparkle
she wanted her record deal.
Sparkle didn't care at all. And she got caught up, and her family, everybody was in on it. And then when things didn't go right, they all want to flip the script. But Sparkle, let's be clear, she introduced them to
her name. Yes, she did.
She did that.
She did it. Did it for a record career.
She did it for a career. You're right.
Her ex-husband told on her, and that's why she out here looking stupid.
And then she got mad when people flipped on her, and because you introduced that, and it was like plenty of women that will bring R. Kelly and sit their daughters on R. Kelly lap and will groom their daughter to do it. Now, mind you, R. Kelly was wrong because he was grown and he had no right to do it. And then it didn't make him no better because he started giving people STDs and
they said the bumps,
and then it was burning. Was burning them. Then he tried to deny it, and then to find out that the lady never had sex with nobody but R. Kelly, and to find out that he did have it. Then I think his doctor, one of his medical people threw him under the bus and said, "Yeah, R. Kelly do have this herpes."
At the stand, at the trial,
it said, and we still don't know half of the dudes that R. Kelly had sex with too, because mind you, they kept them private. We still don't know the male victims because there were male victims.
Listen, the fact that London on the Track's mama was over there.
Oh, now you're talking about something.
You know what I'm saying? She was over there. Wasn't she the manager or something like?
So do you think London on the Track was over there too?
Yes, I do. I don't believe that these people, I'm going to say it like this. A lot of people set their kids up to be taken advantage of. Why would Whitney Houston's mama allow for Clive Davis and Whitney Houston to be alone?
That's true. But she wanted her daughter, and you already know her, but she ain't no good because then Whitney get molested by her auntie or her auntie cousin or something like that.
Yeah.
Auntie sister.
Yes, she did. So my thing is this. A lot of these parents, they like to play these games, but a lot of them do some wild stuff. Just like Aretha's daddy. What did he do? He took Aretha over there to Clive Davis with open arms and left out the room. What was Clive Davis in there doing with them?
It's sad. And Clive Davis is still alive.
Still alive, living his best life, trying to make sure his kids don't fumble his legacy.
Yeah. And you know, And Clyde, I still don't know how that man became famous because how did he know so much about music? I do believe it was
As an
somebody.
attorney. Exactly.
I do
Let's really
believe,
talk about it.
yeah, I do believe it was somebody musical in the back, probably a black staff member that had a great ear. There, you don't give credit. I don't believe it was just all Clyde had this music. I think that's all cap because he was an attorney. He was none new, no music guy. Didn't even go to school for music. So, but best believe there's plenty blacks that went to school that didn't have to go to school for, but they ain't gonna get the credit because you black and you afraid. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you with somebody in his camp that we don't know because I feel for that weird, like, oh yeah, I just got an ear. Yeah, somebody got an ear, but it ain't your ear. It's some nigga with that ear, but we go get that person that credit. Because I always look at that, I'm like, well, damn, how this lawyer get to know it's somebody black?
Exactly. A New York lawyer who was able to transcend the music industry in the South.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
It don't make sense at all. It don't make sense at all. Don't write music at all.
Don't write music, never produced a track. All he did was be an attorney. And he ended up with the rights to Whitney's music,
Yes.
Janet Joplin's music. Well, not all of them, because she made sure she had a will in place. At least that wild girl did something. You know, it's strange to me how a junkie can make sure her stuff is going to her people, but somebody who's been in music since she was a child didn't think to do that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's why I'm so glad like having these type of conversations because it's definitely needed.
It is needed, and I think people need to wake up. You know, when they be trying to take down the one, I'm like, y'all are looking at these small people who can't do it by themselves, right? There's no way, even if Diddy is guilty, right? We know he's guilty of knocking girls between the washer and dryer. I don't know about unaliving people because, you know, you can't just unalive people in America and be black and they let you be successful. I don't know about
that. I don't believe that. I believe that what's gonna get Diddy, because I believe because again, we have to be careful blaming Diddy with this whole Biggie and Tupac thing, because again, this reminded me of Brother Malcolm and the nation. And remember, they blamed the nation. It was the nation, and then to find out, maybe the CIA, the FBI, all these other agencies you didn't see. And you don't think those same power players wasn't there too? So again, that you got to understand, Tupac was very persuasive into black power, into black liberation. Yeah. You know, people forget that he was his mom was connected to the Panthers. And if I'm not mistaken, they did give us a glimpse of that. With the mom told to Pac, like, oh my gosh, this is dangerous that you got a VP candidate or somebody run for president mention Tupac.
You. Yeah, and he didn't think nothing of it.
Like, and she was like, oh my God, this is like really something. So I just think like we just looking at the surface stuff, but we don't even looking at, I do believe we don't look at who else was behind the scene that wanted that demise. They didn't want the youth, because you got to understand the hip hop was so powerful, if not more powerful back then than it was now. And this is why they made it so violent. And you don't see hardly any hip hop artists talking about political stuff, unless it's foolish stuff, unless they being a grifter. But I'm talking about how Tupac talked about poverty. He talked about black rights. He talked about the power of black youth. He went against the old guard of black folks that would love the current condition of our people and didn't care. And Tupac challenged it. I don't think people give it enough credit for it. I don't think people give that enough credit. And obviously, and speak about it, I got Couture on here to talk about the #1 album on Apple Music being Lord Hino, but everybody want to forget about Lil Kim album that she released, her debut album, and how they criticized her being so sexual. She changed the game, and I think that why that's not in the top 20. Her album, it was so much controversial. They trashed Lil Kim, said she was a whore. She was bad to the race. I don't think people give Kim her credit, but that's because people is not invested into that. We never seen like a Lil Kim movie yet and a book, and this is why it's so important, because it's like she's getting forgotten about.
And she didn't have a baby with somebody who has a legacy. You know, Lauryn Hill had a baby with a Bob Marley child. You know what I'm saying?
That's true because they trashed Lil Kim like for filth when she had that album, like because it was so sexual. Because they didn't make women wasn't that sexual, even though unless you go all the way back, because then
They
they
were
had
sexual, but those types of women were in the blues. They were
that
not.
was in the blues, right? Because I was about to go to that because they had like the nasty blues music was very nasty, and they went on tour about that. But rap, none like, and it was ugly women too. But like Lil Kim was attractive and all that type of stuff. She had all her teeth, and yeah, they was really, really, really bad. And she handled that with grace, though.
I mean, because let's not act like Lil Kim's not educated. She's educated.
Yes, she's very educated. She's very smart. I just think that she getting forgotten about in history, though, but while she's alive, she needs to do more to solidify herself in history by writing a book, by doing a documentary.
That's why I said in my video yesterday that Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj both need each other.
Absolutely right now. Just solidify her history, absolutely, because then people will be focused on Lil Kim history because she's connected to somebody that's more current in the industry. She should do it versus Cardi. Now, if Cardi do it, that helps Cardi too because that shows Cardi I'm helping the older artists, the legend audience, and I'm gonna get that, and it's gonna make Nicki look better yet again. If you see someone like Cardi do it, I personally think it will work more so with Cardi because I think Lil Kim is be willing to pass the baton to Cardi because she did it the right way, than versus Nicki because I don't think Nicki mentally so will do it. I don't think her fans will allow her to have that piece of it. I think it will be a split.
And that's why I said what I said yesterday. Sometimes you can't listen to the fans. The consumers don't know what they want, and so they have it.
That's true. Now, let's be clear. Shout out to her boyfriend, but her boyfriend have helped bring new life to Kim. No shade.
Hello.
Because he's talented, and Kim using her footing in the industry, to help him, and then he made good music. Because it's bringing a new sound to Lil Kim because it was a song that he got out with Kim on it. It's good. It's on the radio. I don't think people give her that credit, and I love how Kim is just staying in her lane. And she's still going viral. Like people still talking about her. Many people hope that they'll still be talked about from the 90s. Like to be talked about from the 90s, you know, understand. I'm 33 years old. That means Kim was out when I was around that era. 33 years. They're still talking about Kim.
It was out. Like I was a little kid.
And we're grown adults and we're still talking about Lil Kim. So that's something to be credited. There's many rappers that came after Kim and they're not being discussed, and Kim is still relevant. These new artists would hope to get that type of attention now and still be able to feed your family. I don't care if it is that she only get $20,000-$30,000 a show. The average person can't get that. Hello. Can you wake up and go somewhere, couture and get $20,000-$30,000 at every city you touch down to? No.
I wish. I can't wait.
You know, we ain't there yet, but that ain't if that's what you call being broke, then I'll take it. To be able to go to a club just to wave my hand and get 20-30 grand and then go somewhere else and just, you know.
And I put money in my man's pockets.
And then man pocket, right. And that helped his career. I'm glad because I didn't see her making it with female rappers because she tried to help them. But her having a male rap, it works. It helps with that. Because, man, he loved him some Kim. And I'm loving it. And the blogs eating it up. And I'm happy that Kim is getting footed in there. And I'm glad the barbers ain't focusing on her trying to trash that momentum because Nicki is focusing on Megan Thee Stallion and Kim is smart. She minding her business. She ain't trying to focus on Nicki and she building up. And before you know it, look, Kim gonna have an album that's gonna come out and do very
good. I said it. I said Kim's bad business mistake was she kept running to the radio. That was stupid.
Yeah, running to the radio. You already know they messy too. Yeah,
like you looking like the bitter OB in the club.
Yeah,
Nicki Minaj's issue is every time she feels slighted, she throws those girls under the bus when she should just uphold them a little bit more. Granted, who wants to be talked about? But Ice Spice was under Nicki's umbrella, and then she threw her to the wind. Now she has nobody under her umbrella, nobody under her tutelage. It makes you look crazy because it shows you don't do good business. And I said this last night. The fact that Sexy Red is under Drake's umbrella should really piss off a lot of these artists because they could have had the Sexy Red, but they didn't know what to do. Bia is not hitting like that. Hence why Cardi B ate her up in those lyrics. JT is not doing what needs to be done. She's all over the place. She's too busy trying to do stuff now because she was lazy. Don't have ambition now when the clock is ticking. No, ma'am. Being lazy. Who else is over there? Akbar V, waste of talent. She should be writing for the girls. Who else is over there? Katie got bands. You said nobody even likes her. She's a scammer.
Yeah, nobody likes her, and I got dragged for that. But let's be clear. When we were talking about, when you brought up a good point about Sexy Red, she stayed quick of being a whore, having that whore type, but she's not stupid. She's playing this hoish, my pussy stink. I like to get fucked on a bloody pussy and all that. She plays that character very well. But when you look at her business decision, whoever is behind, when I saw her on WWE, I said she got somebody very good in the business. Drake, because she ain't got no
nobody likes Drake, but people love Drake. When they want to hit, they run to him. They run to the, as they call him, the colonizer. When they can't touch the charts, they run over there. Rihanna just dissed him, talking about, I got diamond plaques. He got diamond plaques too. Your baby father doesn't have a diamond plaque, baby. That's who don't have one.
That's true. And that's also look at Sexy Red too. Sexy Red, I don't think people understand. Her team is doing it, and nobody's focusing on. And as you notice, nobody's trashing Sexy Red. She's not in no beast because she's sticking to her lane. She's sticking to her lane, and she started something what Kim started about sex, about that, and she took that to another level.
Yes, yes, she did. And Leon Cohen is Drake is in his pockets. Yeah. He wrote Drake a blank check. Baby, Drake runs this. People really, if y'all really look at who runs the industry, it's Drake. When it comes to music, because he's not only in hip hop, he's in pop, R&B. He can really write. His pen game is tough. Like,
and you don't see Sexy Red in that too. I can see Sexy Red. You're gonna see a lot of Sexy Red. I'm telling you, you seen in the beginning stage of her, because mind you, I remember somebody was talking about how Sexy Red gonna be a one-hit wonder. I thought that too.
I never thought she was gonna be a one-hit wonder because I knew when I saw her. See, here's the problem. A lot of people don't pay attention to things. I pay attention to everything. Drake let her open one show. He said if she opens the show right, he'll make sure she's good for life.
I agree, because when you look at when I'm sorry, because I'm a wrestling fan. So when I woke up,
she was over there on the WWE.
Well, she was on WWE. Do you know how it's in shockwaves? And because she did great on NXT, you may see her on Raw. And if you see her on WrestleMania in Vegas for 2 nights, she's solidified. Hello. Because you don't even see no female rapper other than never seen no female, especially in hip hop, like a hip hop, nasty, raunchy, that got gonorrhea lipstick. Never seen that before, but because your team matters. This is why you have to have, you are just as great as your team. And whoever her team is, they're playing it very well. And you're going to see, but this is a good thing too, because you got another wrestling promotion, AEW. Nicki need to be over there. Lil Kim, like, if you over here, especially Megan Thee Stallion, you need to be over there and get a bag. Because if I'm working, so like, say for instance, Couture, we working with Megan Thee Stallion, we need to be on the phone with AEW, be like, hey, throw us a bag.
The first rapper we saw over there was Trina. They made fun of Trina.
They did. And I remember that. Because Trina was, And then Bow Wow.
Bow Wow went over there. Yup.
Yeah, he got because that's a bag. Like, you don't understand. Look at Jake. Is it Jake Paul or London? Like them Paul brothers. One of them is over there on WWE, and they're doing very well. And they got that prime.
Look at that.
They got the prime drink. They making millions. They have a deal with WWE. This never happened. Where they brand is on the mat, on the ring, on the mat. That never happened. Do you know how iconic that is? So, I mean, this is why us as Black folk, and they started on YouTube. This is why we have to be a student of the game, and we have to like start working together and start doing some stuff on there, because I'm looking at these white boys and I'm like, damn, they got this shit on lock. And what we do, we drag each other, but we need to work with each other. Could you imagine the impact of working with each other? Just imagine myself, Couture Bay, and Armand, we link up and we do a show and we just talk about how we feel and blah, blah, blah. Do you understand the thousands, if not hundreds of, I'm predicting hundreds of thousands of viewership, and then
King a million views on that, because they would be like, "What?"
It's real reaction. We all blah blah blah, but we all eating. Every careers are birthed on that, and the people of, and you'll get people that never really paid attention to us or know of us will be eating that shit up alive. Especially if we in the house and then me and Armand get mad and I push him, then he pushed me, he throw a drink. Can you imagine the conversation? And then we just eat burgers and we eat shrimp and we're like, okay, we good now. We got it out of our system, but we making money. But when the cameras come on, we act like we hate each other. But again, I have to be willing, and Black YouTubers have to be willing to lay aside your ego and make that money, because it's about that bread. But you know what? So we talk about each other and don't lift each other up. That's true. We don't do enough of lifting each other up. We got to do more of that. We got to do more of that. I think what Couture and myself has started, I think that should be a trend of people willing to work with each other, especially if you're coming up in the game.
Most definitely. I'm not saying you have to work with everybody, because
not everybody. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man.
Work with, but it has to be organic. That was an organic thing.
I'm not. Oh, can I challenge this? I'm not playing into the white people narrative, but what I'm looking at is data, Miss Taylor. I'm looking at, when I look at, and I'm gonna type this in so y'all can see, child. When you type in the top paid YouTubers, let's do a 2023 because 2024 is not up yet. Let's go right here. Okay.
Who is it?
Let's see right here. And you already know it's Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the tech report, the top 20 richest YouTubers, right? When I saw this list, this one I knew that something is wrong here. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know half of these people. So Couture Babe, if you know somebody that's on this list that is Black, please correct me and know that it's somebody Black on here.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the list right here, as you all can see right here. Mr. Beast, he's white.
Yeah, he is.
This is what? This is what? Jake Paul, white.
White.
Who is this Mark? Is this Mark person? Is he white or Black? Let me see. Okay, who is this other person? Richie and Link.
Richie and Link. Is that Tech? I think he's white though.
Okay, Unspeakable.
White. Y'all should know Unspeakable was white.
What was that? Is it Dashya? Who is this person?
The white Asians. Listen, nobody on this list is black.
But the point that I'm making, I don't see none of the people that we compare ourselves with. I'm speaking about me. We people come to me. You ain't gonna never be like Lovely T. You gonna never be like Tasha K. I don't see none of these names on this list. Let's put it on the screen here. I don't see none of them names that people come in my DMs, drag Couture about.
Hello.
You don't see Armand Wiggins on this list. I don't see fucking Arneva on this list. I'm just saying right here.
I don't see none of the Barb channels on there either.
None of the Barb channels. And let's be clear, none of these people, and this is something that me and Couture got to look at, none of these people do celebrity gossip. Correct me if I'm wrong, Couture Bay. I may be wrong. Do
no, you're right.
Celebrity gossip. Let's just look.
They don't.
So that's why I told someone, and I was in this class, and the guy told me, I don't think you will never, he told me you will never be at this top 10 level for celebrity gossip, because he said that advertisers don't like the top lead, they don't like that type of content. In order for it to make it, you need to study the top YouTubers. And so when I studied the top YouTuber, Mr. Beast, he don't do no celebrity. I never seen it. Okay, what's up, Mr. Beast? We going live about Tasha K. Ragley, blah, 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 blah. Or this person wig is twisted. Like, this would make me understand. I'm like, okay. And I'm not trying to talk bad. I'm not trying to talk bad or anything like that. But I do think that this is a roadmap that us as Black folks should look at, because there is no commentary channels as number that talk about something. I could be wrong, Couture, again.
Not. There's one white one, but they barely come on YouTube to discuss. They make the most of their money on Instagram.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is from a marketing standpoint. Again, can you make a lot of money doing this? Of course you can. But what do? They snatch you up for these other big elitist programs, the E's, the Hollywood Reporters, the MTV, VH1, etc., 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 because they need you there. That's why a lot of them, look at Kid Fury and Crystalline, or whatever her name was, Crystal, the one who fought with Joe Budden. They was killing it on YouTube, and what did they do? They picked them up for syndication on a huge platform. Like, that's just the name of the game.
So now when you type in the Black YouTubers, successful Black YouTubers right here. Okay, I want you to see this here. Okay, let's go to this list. Patricia Bright. Let's see. This is what according to Google. Give me a second here. Is this the right one? Let me close that out. Hold on. Give me a second. See, this is why. Okay, this is right here. Okay. Here are some of the most popular and successful Black YouTubers.
Oh, I've never heard of Patricia. My bad, girl.
And she Black. So
let me see you, Queen.
So let me see what kind of content she make.
How much you want to bet? It's probably some influencer, Tanya.
Let me click on her.
Latoya Forever type team.
Let's see what she make. Give me a second here.
I just.
She is a female fashion beauty hair channel.
See, told you.
You was right. You was right. So this is why, for me, I don't feel bad because I'm trying to make something work that the
odds are not in our favor.
It's not in our favor to do that type of business model on this platform. I don't see it working unless I think the reason why I fucking haven't even made a lot of money because he integrated being a woman hair maker. He could have made more money if he knew how to.
Well, he also marketed Nutriverse or whatever that thing was too.
So I'm talking about like the makeup and all of that because it's because advertisers, if you're doing beauty type of content, they could put a shitload of ads.
Yeah, they love to. They listen. Once you learn the motto, the money is unlimited.
The money is unlimited because I had to say this. I was saying to myself, I was like, well, I don't think it'll just work just doing the content. And it's just not going to work like that because I don't see it. Correct if I'm wrong, Couture Bay. I'm looking again. I'm trying to look for some of these names of some of these people that we have worked with. They've been on our platforms. They said Patricia Bright is a creator, entrepreneur, one of the most influential YouTubers of our time with 2.85 million YouTube subscribers on her channel, fashion beauty channel. Patricia Bright, 1.2 million Instagram followers and 500,000 subscribers on her finance channel, The Break. But again, because I know about this guy because he does tech. I know about this guy right here. But no, again, I don't see none of these people that we really work for. And again, other Black YouTubers, and these are other Black successful YouTubers. Again, I want you, hold on, let me so to see if Couture Bay know any of these people. Let's do this right quick. Let's show her this list. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
So who is these people? I know this person. I don't think he that. I remember him. Okay, cooking channel. Debbie Crown, Love Your Natural. I believe that's a beauty channel. Matt Smith. Chris. So none of these people that we literally look up to is in that top list.
Nope.
So I'm just saying, so now I'm gonna really be more of a student of the game, and it just made me wake up one day, Couture, because I was kind of feeling bad. And when I talk with somebody that's successful in the game, they said, "Well, while you're doing something that YouTube is not going to push," he said, "If you would do makeup and do beauty stuff, and then other type of stuff, you just Google what advertisers. What you have to look at is what advertisers put their ads on the most. What you have, because this is the ad. Let's be clear, we in the ad game, baby. It's the ad money. So you have to look at what is the advertisers, what brands do they like to attach themselves to, and what is that content. And once you find that out, once you crack that out, then you're good. You know, that's easy to say because I just gave you a theory, but in order to apply that, you still got to work hard. You still gotta, you still gotta put in that work. You still gotta do all that stuff. And a lot of times, too, a lot of YouTube, we don't have a lot of business people behind us too. We don't have people to know about it because we're brand new. We're new to this. Like even when I listen to what Armand talk about, which is great because it's the truth. We are the first ones in our family to talk about doing something like this. I don't think it's nobody in my family that I can look to. Hey, let me call my auntie. She's real good at blah 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 blah. Usually, Couture, you're probably the only one in your family that do this type of work.
Yes, I am, and they think it's cool, but at the same time, they support sometimes. They don't support all the time because they just don't get it. It goes the same with the things that get the big advertisement dollars is things dealing with kids, fascination of kids, and or beauty /influencer.
Yeah, so that sounds like okay, I'm gonna have to bring my character back, my cross-eyed diva, and really get into that whole ordeal. And I don't see nothing wrong with doing commentary channels, but there is no commentary channel that's in that top.
They're not even in the top 50.
In that top 50, we got somebody on the air. Hey, Lala, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Lala.
Hey.
Hey. So what I wanted to add to that, you guys have a great point, and that was so much fact, right? But what happens is in the Black community, we don't talk about money with our kids the way that white people do. It is also evident with our Black professionals, pro football, basketball players. We don't talk, and then you'll hear in a couple of years while they have 5 cars that they can only drive one at a time, they're now broke after they get an injury. So I think it's important, no matter what career you're in, that it's important to teach and talk about, and the reason why a lot of us don't talk about it is because we don't have it. Mm. We're always chasing the bag to get it, but when you ascertain it, your education comes along with that. And we don't get that. They hardly even teach regular economics in schools anymore. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook. They don't teach you how to even probably write a check. I was talking to one of my staff members, and he didn't even know how to address an envelope. He was younger. He was probably like 17, 18. I'm like, when did they stop teaching this? Your return address goes in this corner, and the person you're mailing it to goes here. So it's those basic fundamentals that we no longer even teach. So how do you possibly think we're going to learn about something when we don't systematically, we have been disenfranchised and we don't have it?
That's true.
So it's a conversation that we have to have. And then when you have the Armand Wiggins, when you have the Tasha K, they should reach back and they should pull others up and not think, oh, it's all about my bag, but I'm going to show this young sister Couture how to get this bag. I'm going to show young Wiley how to get this bag because there's money out here to be had and to be shared by all. Where is that mentality?
That's a good one. That's a good point. And do you think that's the reason why we're struggling as a whole to get on those top lists? Because when we showed that list,
it's like the whole, it's crabs in a barrel, right? We're so afraid that so many people are going to outshine us and outdo us. So when we get the information, we keep it all for ourselves. We don't want to share. How many times do you see a group and then all of a sudden they disperse? Everybody wants to be something. Everybody wants you to lead. Nobody knows how to play their position and just make the money. They got to be up in the front. I'll tell anybody any day. In my career, I don't care if I'm the janitor. I don't care if I'm in the kitchen. As long as my check is right.
Yeah. Couture Bay, what did you say?
Oh, nothing. I agree with everything she said. She's spot on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So what advice do you give to Couture Bay and to myself to change that, to be a change, change that narrative? What should we do? Because I know one advice that you did give is to learn more about, the financial piece, to learn more about that. But what other advice you want to add on to that what we should do to change, to be a change maker?
I think it's important that you realize in the society that we live in now, everything that you need is not going to just come from Black influencers. I need you to put yourself in spaces and put yourself in rooms with multiple people, okay? Because just being, you tried this and how is it working for you? That's what I ask myself a lot of times when I'm thinking about changing something. Okay, I've done that. How is that working for me? Okay, so let's move, because that's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. So now let's do something different. I'm in a space with a bunch of African American entertainers. Not to say that I can't gain knowledge from those people, and not to say that I don't love my people, but you're trying to grow your career. So now let's put yourself in those spaces where equal opportunities, whether it's a Black person, a Jewish person, we gotta get in the room. And that's what I do in my field, in my career. I put myself in the room. I put myself in the room so that I can make the pathway for others to come behind me. And when I'm in that position that I've played so well, I pull others up. So I would say educate yourself, put yourself in rooms with people that can actually shake the table and that's making moves. And sometimes that's not always your people. If that means, okay, I'm going to Vegas and, I'm going to hang with the white folks, then that means I got to hang with the white folks. But you know what? My love is always going to be for my Black folks. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying.
You got to learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
To get what you need. To get what you need, you have to play the game.
That's true. That is so true. Thank you so very much, Lala, from the West Coast. We are both, it's 2:05 where we at. So I think that's very important because, of course I have some ideas, and that's what made me look at it, because I said, okay, I've been doing the same thing for so long and not getting the results that I need. So it's time for a change, because just because you've been doing it consistently doesn't mean you've been doing it correctly. And a lot of times people look at it consistent. Are you doing it consistently, doing it the right way? You could be doing something for years, doing it the wrong way. Just because you did it consistently, you're not successful. And that's a sign of mental illness. And so when I started looking at this list, I was like, oh, okay, now it's making sense to me of how those people were able to get it. Because I was trying to make, maybe this commentary thing worked, but there's other people that have been doing commentary longer, not on the list either. And doing it great numbers, but they're not on that top 10. And I'm talking about making millions of dollars. I'm not talking about making 10, 20. These people that we just discussed and talked about, they're making millions. Even the Black ones that have been successful, but they're not successful in commentary. They're into beauty products. They're into tech, into beauty. And wow.
And then let me ask you this question, Wiley. Let me ask you this question. What is the definition of success to you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
the definition. Because there's a difference between making a bag and being rich and being successful.
I think
you know what I mean?
I think for me, the definition for how I look at definition of success is that you gain the wealth and then you go back to your community, like say for instance Inglewood, and then you bind the blocks and you help do a school, you help educate the youth. I think that's success, because not only that your family is taken care of and yourself, but you also went back to your community and you have changed the next generation. And you know how some people say, well, because I watch a lot of pro-Black stuff. They say, we don't have a school, we don't have a hospital, we just have hoods. It's not even no neighborhood. But if you come back and you use your wealth and your influence and you help change that narrative just for, let's just say, quote unquote, the South Side of Chicago, Inglewood, and you have changed that, that's, to me, I believe that's success. I believe that's my definition of success. That you change that now on my they said that already happened. Well, no, I'm talking about for me. She didn't ask me that already happened. It ain't happened enough. And then also for my niece and nephews, you see how they about to be, you know, in a couple of years, about 10, some of them about 10 or 15 years, they'll be 18. So when they come in to hit that age, they don't have to work as hard because they already have trust already set up. To me, I believe that's success. That is my definition of success. So that generation in my family, they don't have to work as hard like I have to work as hard. I believe that's another.
But do you also believe that success and fame and wealth don't necessarily make you happy?
It doesn't. It doesn't make you happy because, number one, it's not. But what it does do, it offers you freedom to find your happiness. I believe.
It also can be incapacitating. It also can be incapacitating because we see a lot of people that have the fame and the wealth. Look at Robert Williams, for instance. He made lots and lots of money. He committed suicide. I mean, he did it.
Yeah, because he had problems like even beforehand for that. Yeah, that's true too. But you know, let's be clear. Money do offer us a type of freedom. It offers you to really find your.
It offers a sense of security.
It does.
Like the late great EXP0SE said, more money, more problems. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. More money, more.
You also now have to deal with people that's your first cousin or your daddy's sister side once removed with their hands out.
Yeah, then you also have to deal with, because you also have to deal with too, more taxes, is more headache, is more like what are you going to invest in, what trend and stuff like that. But that also comes with.
So it's finding that fine balance. It's finding that fine balance.
Yeah, and that's something I think. I don't think a book. I think like that's an individual thing, but also too, that's why you have to be a student of the game, because there's many people that we can look at, especially us being Black, that we can read books about Black folks that have dealt with money and how they were able to go through and how they were able to succeed and how they were able to do what they do. Let's be clear. That's why when we talk about this book, The Grifters, that's why there is certain people that grift their own people because they own security. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how they have been doing. They say I wasn't being mean. While I'm saying there are Black schools funded by Black people in town hall community, but their descendants sold it off to live in white community. I understand that, but yeah, that's true. Well, I'm reading one of the comments, but it's plenty people that were Black that have money since after Reconstruction. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to let me find the right word. I don't want you to undermine all the things that you've already done. Oh no, I will never do that because you think because the goalpost is going to always change. Well, that's true. For you is going to always change because as you get older, as you experience more, as you see more, you're going to be like, what I thought was successful at 25 is not the same thing that I think success still is at 35. But and also too, you know, and when I look at it too, you're so right about that. It's about, you know, for me, I would never discredit, and that's what the enemy want. The enemy want me to be discredited, but I cannot discredit what God gave me, because you got to remember where you came from, because at the end of the day, we still have hundreds of people watching me. But the point of the power of having more money is that you can give your message can get to go to more people. That's very important because you need more advertisers for more people to watch the show. Let's be clear. They even have apps where you can build an email list and you can send out a text, but a lot of that stuff costs money. And so you need money to reach more people. So yeah, money is a very important thing. If people say it's not, they're lying to you. It's very important, especially when you're in a media business. You need more money to invest, to push out and all that type of stuff. But I would never, ever discredit the people. Let me tell you why. I remember when I was feeling down and God always said somebody was a lady and she watching the show now. She's a truck driver. We was talking about a scripture and there was a scripture that everybody has for money. Money is the root of all evil. And no, we would talk about a scripture, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And she called me driving the truck. She said, Wally, thank you. This one viewer listened to the show, driving trucks, and listen to the show. So I would never, ever, 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 ever deny what the people to have, because sometimes you'll be looking for others and then discredit what you have. Like, oh man, but what about the people that do watch you? And I thank God for that all the time. But your prayer is, God, do this for me, or do better, or do something better, or do something greater, because you always want to inspire for more. You always want to inspire for more doors to be open. You always want to be inspired for more opportunities. Any YouTuber that's on this platform want to get more viewership. If they say they confident with that, either they got a mental problem, but who don't want more people watching you and have more influence? Who don't want more people to have more influence? I know I want that. And so the conversation that we was having, and I love how you brought it up, that we to be in those type of spaces. And that's why I was looking, I was like, okay. And shout out to people that is Black, that is in those quote unquote white spaces, because you're talking about the entertainment industry. Let's be clear. It's more white folks in the industry that are gatekeeping the industry than Blacks. Let's be clear. Let's look at the data here. We're not trying to be shady, but having her on my side for being in California, and she was giving me advice, I said, oh, okay, this is really, 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 really great. But that's why it's so good to have those connections from your own people as well as all people, because I feel like good information is good information. I don't come from white, Black, or whoever. It's just good to have those good relationships, and it's good to be a good people's person as well, because one thing about it is, let's be clear, when we get on these YouTube platforms, you don't know what day that's gonna come when you go viral, when doors open up. But you want to make sure that you handle it correctly, because let's be clear. Remember that young boy? Oh my gosh, he got famous. He's Black, and they took his he got quote unquote mainstream, and he stopped doing his YouTube channel. And the same people that he brought all these great ideas to them, you know what they did with it? Stole it. And now he's no longer at the top anymore. And I forgot his name. He's somewhere in Florida fishing. If y'all know his name, because he just did an interview with Tasha. But he was making all this money on YouTube, and the phone calls started coming. Spoken Reasons, thank you. And then Spoken Reasons, and I tell every YouTuber to look, especially if you're Black, to really look at that, because he gave up his channel. He gave up, like, invested in his own product, and he went with the white folks. And he said, them white people, they weren't normal looking white people. They were white, because it's different type of white folks. That's you at the peak of the power. And he stopped doing his channel, and he said all them shows he had, them dating shows he had, they stole his idea. And he left, he abandoned, because he really wanted that quote unquote success, because everybody's like, we want to be mainstream, but look what happened. Was it worth it? No. Was it worth it? I don't think for him, but I'm glad that he was able to come back to tell us his story. And I looked at that, and I was like, oh, okay. So I know one thing about it is make sure you have your own, so you have some type of leverage. Don't give up all your leverage. Don't give away what you're doing.
Don't sell your soul, in other words, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, like, because he sold his soul, and he lost the money, and he went out and went fishing. Now he's up there fishing. He lost his money. Like he said he wasted the money that he was getting, and he made bad business decisions.
Yeah, you gotta have some people with them in the corner, because when you get a large amount of money and you're not sure, you don't know what to do with it, it can be detrimental.
Absolutely, you gotta know what you gotta do with it. Like I said, Lord, when the money comes, please give me. I'm praying that you have some common sense to grow it. So I don't want to be that type of person say, "Oh, I had it." Then now I'm back selling donuts on the corner. I'm with my garbage.
They took her off that conservatorship.
No, she still has money. No. She still has money. What the problem is, they want to control that money. And she's still in a form of conservatorship, but they don't have control or domination over the money. because they were able to eat off of her for 18 years, 13, 15 years.
That's true. And I
She
don't
got
think they
old.
and they ain't burnt all her cash because that was like one of the rumors.
No, that's just a lie to get her back in that full conservatorship.
Yeah, because like, and all that, and a lot of times. So let's be clear: a lot of people are a little cuckoo, and this is why we have to be careful as parents. If you have children, to put your children into the spotlight that early because it affects their development. Let's be clear: a lot of them people that was getting all that type of money so early, being a breadwinner. So I don't think God ever meant for a child to be a breadwinner because that's dangerous. Because then now, huh?
Raven, look at Raven. You know,
yeah,
he is an example of she's just not very happy.
Yeah, because your childhood, you all what you supposed to be a child, you working. You supposed to be
3 years old. They had her
on the set, learning all them lines. You couldn't be a child. She couldn't be like, I'm gonna put Raven on punishment for 2 weeks. You can't go nowhere. She had to go. She's on the contract. So it's just like I don't think people understand that. Yes, it's great because of the economic success, but look what you're sacrificing. You're sacrificing your development. And they grow up so early and then they want to be children, do stupid crap.
I think when it comes to child stars, though, we also got to look at the parental dynamics because a lot of these parents were sending their children out to slaughter because they understand the dynamics of a predator and the prey. And Britney Spears' parents, both of them, trash. Raven Simone's dad, trash. He told her, you could get all the plastic surgery you want if you don't feel like you're beautiful. What kind of father would say that to a young developmental girl? The fact that she had 2 breast reductions before she was ever 21 is unsound. Like, it's unfortunate, but it's the name of the game. That's why I don't get mad at the Britney Spears acting the fool because they deserve it. They made all this money when they should have been just, chilling and having a break. There's only so many parents who allow that, like Zendaya's parents, they allow her to have a break and whatnot. But she's even said it. She said she wished she was not a famous child star.
Same
with
then Michael Jackson.
That's why they be ending up with these dusty men and women because they're looking for what seems to be normal, not understanding these people are preying on them. That's why I don't get mad at Raven Simone's wife because her wife brings normalcy. Her wife brings something that she will never have, balance. She don't want somebody to know all of the Raven Simone stuff because it gives fan behavior. Don't nobody want no fan. They just want somebody to just love the real them, quirky them, the abnormal them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. This was a good show. I'm gonna get into the Jaguar Wright piece. Anything else you want to add on, Lala?
Oh, no, I'm going back in the bushes. Love you.
Okay, love you.
Thank you, Lala. I love that advice, girl. We're gonna be amongst the white folks as well.
Okay, you ain't seen that yet. It's gonna happen. I'm going to white. And see, the thing about it is being around that culture is going to those spaces, and then Vegas is not, the Strip is designed for rich people and white. You know what I'm saying? They do not make the Strip towards black folks. The way the dress code, they be having the dress code. So you're gonna see me around a lot of white people, especially when they're talking about comedy. I just want to be a student of the game before I jump head on. I just want to be the student of the game when it comes to stuff like that. But we also want to talk about 2, in the words of social media, schizophrenic queens, Jaguar Wright,
Child, Naka,
and Tokyo Toni. Both of them linked up together. Let's talk about Justin Bieber sucking on some stuff. But first of all, it got to be documented. How is Jaguar Wright traveling around this country? And who's financing this?
People who are co-conspirators. Lock them up too.
Because this woman was in Texas. Now, I don't know how true it is. They said she got a warrant out for her arrest. Is that true?
Yes, it is true. It's out in Plano, Texas. And they are coming for you, baby. Why would you do that in the white folks area? Anybody that has some common sense knows it is predominantly white.
It's predominantly white, older white folks in Plano, yes.
Affluent white at that. That's where all the renters live.
Yeah, that play. And then my thing is, she be leaving, going across state lines, like going and think they can't touch her. They can. And that make the problem worse because once they arrest you and put you in like LA County jail, whatever, they will have you have to sit there maybe for weeks until Texas come get you. Like that's crazy. Why you risk that?
Remember, Carry-On Franklin was a quote unquote fugitive of Texas. They went and got him.
They did when to go. I remember that. So what do they do? Do they put them on planes?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So people actually do that?
Yeah. They be on planes either early in the morning or late at night. So
what truck does she not turn in? Is that a U-Haul truck?
I don't know what kind of truck it is, but the warrant is real.
That's because, mind you, can somebody find out about her previous case with Officer Rivera? Is that closed or is that still open? Because I didn't hear nothing else about that too. That this is really crazy because she's out here going viral, whatever the case may be. And this is probably why Jag can't get a contract with Zeus because she can't get locked up. That's a waste of money.
They don't want to deal with that. They already have to deal with that with Orlando and Carry-On.
Yeah.
So why would they want to do that with Jaguar Wright?
Yeah, and Jaguar looks good, by the way.
She looks clean now. Like
she looks very clean. So whoever's financing her got money. Who's financing this lady? And please tell them to come on over to the Poppy Show and send me a couture bag.
Is it Real Life Productions?
Because somebody got to be financing. Oh, okay. Let me send them an email. Like, who is financing her? Because first they said she was in Vegas.
Yeah, she was. Listen, Lamel is, let's not act like he don't have money too. You know, they be talking all that ish about the Diddies and stuff. Diddy is trying to serve her. So that's probably another reason why Lamel Plummer is not trying to pick her up. He already got
I see. Because of what she said about Diddy. Because she says a lot about Diddy. But what's the point about Justin Bieber? I'm not understanding that. And they said that he's out here doing some weird stuff. Because I thought
they said Justin Bieber was at Odell Beckham's house giving him a hello.
Oh, fellatio.
Mm-hmm. And then they were saying it was crazy. I don't know.
Really? Because my point is, I'm like, dang, because I thought he was a victim because of him with like Usher and Diddy and all of that type of stuff. But my point is, ain't nothing wrong with that as long as he ain't raping nobody, to be honest. There's nothing wrong with it. If he's doing fellatio and all that stuff, well, okay. I think the problem is if you put Spanish fly into people's drinks and you force it.
Yeah, I don't think, in my humble opinion, he might be bi, you know, because
I think most people are bi. Because it did, something happened to Justin Bieber. I remember when he first did, baby, and then he just started changing. Like, you know, because I started watching him as a little boy. I saw him come up. And to see him now is just like, wow, it's crazy, man. It's really...
I personally feel like when he was over there with that pastor, I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember he got saved in that church. The one was like a cult or something like.
It was given. They was over there doing something strange, baby. Because
yeah, it's just sad because he was really sad. He could still, you know, he made a lot of money, but it's really sad because he started to go down. Because at first, I still remember him from the Karate Kid. Okay, from the song that he did with what was the guy, the little boy name, Jalen. You know, I still remember. Yeah, I still remember from that, and I'm like, but when did he became so weird and so weird looking and so skinny? Like he looked like a meth head. He looked like a dirty white meth head. Like,
listen, Selena used to be on that ish. I don't care what she say. She was over there running because she gives ski slopes. That's what it's giving me. And he didn't want to be on the ski slopes anymore. And you know, when the white girls want to still do it, they will dump you. And then she ran over there to black men. So
Wow. What happened? What happened? What happened? Whew. Because, and don't get me wrong, Jaguar Wright, you could do whatever you do, but she could make a lot of money. She's a money maker, but she don't stay focused on building her own. She have made real life production rich, made them a lot of money, Storm a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And but herself.
But not all money is good money, because if we really think about it, real life productions is not getting these
exclusives, like
they should be getting like first-hand interviews with some of the best, right? The reason they're not is because they're allowing Jaguar Wright to spread her LSA lies.
Yes, all of it. She reads a lot of LSA, yeah, and she talks about like in her voice, yeah,
like for you to have that, I don't know. I look at stuff like that because when you have your pulse on the culture, you should be getting these types of interviews. The fact that the celebrities are not running to sit down with them and they're doing numbers speaks volumes. So it gives faith.
They even got Summer Walker on the show. Summer Walker never came on their show. I don't think she ever will come on the show because of Jaguar Wright.
Well, that's on them. They're using somebody who's a clout chaser to get clout, and that's all good. I always say, if people want to be pimp them out, baby, right? But in the words of Wiley, you out there prostituting yourself. You won't even pimp for yourself. You'd rather be somebody else's hoe. So
yeah, that I remember I said, and I got some pushback for that, but it's the truth. It is the truth. I'm definitely doing that truth. They only have YouTubers because when you burn that bridge and the publicists, they probably on that blacklist, like do not go on that type of show. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. Like once you get a certain name in the industry, they don't call their
look at the people who had Gene Deal on their platform.
That's true.
Iced Out. Like nobody, it's one thing to have a Will Smith publicist. That's one thing. It's another thing to have a Gene Deal, somebody that's just running around with these extravagant stories but no receipts,
no evidence,
no hardcore proof. And black people love conspiracy theories, and y'all can't tell me y'all don't.
That's true. They said right here, they said Jag has made money for others but not for herself. They said, I believe the public deserve a semblance of the truth. But a lot of times people don't want the truth, really, because
people don't want the truth. The truth is not that extravagant. It's not that bold, and it's not that grand. Let's be very clear. Like, when we really sit and look at it, a lot of that stuff people have already said, and y'all are just going back to the 90s. It's giving VH1 I Love the 90s, and let me go look up some stories and watch some behind the music and bring it to the forefront. That's why I'm not entertained. I'm not entertained by the resurfacing of a lot of Diddy stuff, because when it was going on, everybody was cool with it. Now that Cassie, the white woman, is an alleged victim, now we want to run and go play Super Save a Hoe. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? None of the baby mothers turned on Diddy yet. He's this, according to them, this red rummer, this man who has all these bodies, but they're protecting him. Like, please.
All right. So if anybody want to call in and give their thoughts, the number is on the screen here, 972-674-9462. We do have the Puerto Rican princess.
Oh, shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez.
This ain't no Jocelyn Hernandez, baby. This is Henry Quarriquez.
Oh. Not her side boo. I'm telling you.
So he's back. He's backstage. Listen to that.
Does he like you for real? Are y'all doing a cat and mouse game?
I don't know, child, because he had called because he said I was getting dragged on my Twitter space, and he had been sending me messages ever since. You know what I'm saying? He became a fan. He literally became a fan.
Where's Prada? Because she need to nip this in the bud like today.
Okay, he literally came to be a fan of the show. But Jaguar Wright, and I'm happy for her. But She about to be going right back to jail. Like, this is crazy to me.
Adios, Saranara.
This is really, 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 really crazy to me. Like, she's going right back to jail all because she's doing foolish stuff.
Jack did that stuff. The state of Texas is not going to just plant some, especially in the Dallas area. We talking about Dallas County. They're not going to plant anything on you because it's Dallas County, as quiet as it's kept, predominantly black. So, girl, you did that ish. They didn't even let the police commissioner, you remember, 2 years ago, stay after they went into the wrong house. Remember that?
Wow.
They fired her.
No, that black one. No, she had to go. Yeah, they fired her. The black
They
one.
fired her. They said, "Look, how would you? Why would you allow this to happen? Out of here." So when I say Dallas does not play those
Yeah,
types
they
of
don't play.
games,
Especially if it's bringing something to embarrass the state. Yeah, you
yeah,
out.
no,
You out of there. You are out of there. Okay, this was something. Well, thank you to everybody for coming on.
thank you so much. I'm dropping down. Make sure y'all hit that link and listen
Okay.
to the Puerto Rican King. Stop flirting with Wiley. He has a husband. He has a husband. Try to nip this in the bud. Wiley's out here being a thotty body with some random. All right, love you, Wiley.
Bye bye. Oh my gosh, you is something else, y'all. You is something else. Okay, child, I gotta get what's name on the phone, child. This is something. Let me do something real quick. Hold on, y'all. I was not planning on being on live this late. What? It is still early. It's only 2 some in here. I'm gonna take a shower and go out. I'm gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna go to the movies. Let me see. They said, "Lil Kim." Let me. We are live, y'all. Thank y'all. Did y'all like the video? Like the video. Like the video. Okay, hold on, y'all. Thank you. Part of me said she was coming on. Hey, what's up with you?
Well, I think I told you they wrote her up, didn't I?
What happened?
They wrote my wife up and told her if she keeps continuing to misbehave, she's got to leave here.
They wrote her up like she a child. What?
No, I got it, man. I tried to send it to you, but my phone is fucked up. I'm going to the telephone place to get my phone squared away. And then they wrote me up. And the way they wrote me up, it was on what she did, but I wasn't here. I signed it I know what I'm doing. And I said to the lady, I said, I look at it like this, the gifts just keep on giving, but I am telling you the truth. And I got hot. Those African ladies, man, they were talking shit to me, dissing me. Every time I asked something, they would turn around and make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. I got tired of it. Then they called the police on me in the middle of me changing my wife.
Wow.
They had five cops up here with Glocks.
You said the cops was up there?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I didn't do anything wrong, though. And I asked for an apology and a room change. That's just what I did. They didn't do neither. It's going to come up. These people, no, but I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
I tried to send you the deal, but the lady was over Liz and said to her, listen, and she told her what she was doing, how she was doing it, how she can't do it no more. And asked Liz to sign it. When Liz signed the paper, first of all, she didn't know what it was. Number two, she didn't have her glasses on because she couldn't see it. Plus, she had Alzheimer's and the urinary tract infection and the infection on her foot at the same time. And I looked at the lady and I said, you know what? The lady was from India. And the lady she was real serious. She thought she had my wife. And I just shook my head and said, man, this, and none of the hospitals stuck up for me. Except, you know, me. I mean, I called some people up. They told me, hold on to that paper and get a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry to hear that. So you're going to get her to go home now, or she's going to be there, or they're going to transfer her to another hospital?
She can't. I'm trying to transfer her to another hospital, but here's the deal. The wound care, and then, you know, she has a chance to get her foot amputated.
Oh.
So I'm kind of, because see, like when I came, the first day I came in there, I had papers to give to the hospital so she could have a wound back. They didn't give her a wound back till 6 days later. And then the doctor that did the surgery, he was no help. He said, I ain't got nothing to do with it no more. He wasn't even going to try. I said, if let's say they go to court, both the wound doctor that worked on my wife and the wound doctor here are going to have some explaining.
So that is crazy. That is so crazy. I hope they get it together. And man, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. That's really something. That is really, really, really something, man.
When I left out of here,
when would you get an update on the situation?
Well, here's the deal. I'm not. I mean, they are treating me pretty bad. Okay. I mean, I'm getting disrespected. I want to see who the nurse is. Because the nurse that called the police on me thought she can come up here and wait on my wife. I told that bitch, you better get out of here. Oh yeah, when she left out of there, I slammed the door. As soon as she left. And these were black women, man. One was African, the other one was black, but they were, when they called the police on me, I didn't even know. The police, I said, what? Listen, they never told me what they came up here for. That time I told you when the lady called security and had me erase that thing off my phone, the policeman told me that was illegal. He said, you didn't have to do that. He said, who made you do that? The policeman told me I had a right. So I'm going to bring that up in another situation. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Liz got a scar on her face. Seriously. On her right cheek. I'm not, like I said, once I'm gonna go get this phone squared away because I can't send out. It's all fucked up. I don't know what's wrong with it. But I'm kind of worried, man, because the urinary tract infection. They got her on meds, intravenous 3 times a day. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that and everything. So I know you're going to keep me updated on that type of situation, but I hope they put you in a better hospital, a better place than the place that you're at now.
Well, I look at it like this. I got to deal with this a day at a time because the way they did Liz was really messed up, man. Because when the lady got finished talking, I said, Liz, do you remember hitting somebody? Liz said, no. I said, Liz, do you remember cussing at somebody? Liz said, no. I said, do you remember doing anything derogatory to anybody? Liz said, no. And I looked at the nurse and I said, why you writing her up like that? You know she got Alzheimer's? And the nurse didn't look at it like it was something. She thought it was cool. And then when I talked to the people at the information desk and I asked for an ombudsman, none of them knew who an ombudsman was.
So sorry to hear that. Wow. That is something. That's a lot going on right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Try to make sure you get you some rest. I know it'd be kind of difficult.
Yeah, well, I do the best I can under the circumstances.
Yeah, definitely. I can help you right then and there in that type of situation.
Go ahead and see, Liz.
Yeah.
Right now, she's hanging in there.
Yeah. You definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely need a break for yourself. Okay. Definitely need to.
Yeah, but I'm glad you called, man, because right now I feel pretty sad.
Yeah, I understand. Like
I'm tired too, man.
You just need to go. You need to get you some sleep because in order for you to fight the next day, you got to get some rest.
No, you're right though. You're absolutely right on that.
Get the rest.
You nailed that. All right, well, I'm gonna get off this phone then, okay?
All right now.
But please stay in touch, okay?
All right, will do.
All right, bye.
Bye. Yeah. Something. All that stuff. So, y'all pray for Mr. O'Neal. Pray for his wife. Lord, pray for that family. That's a lot to deal with. He calls every day, 3-4 times a day. Pray for him. Okay. Anybody else want to call in? We love y'all so very much. This was exciting. I'm about to go outside and get a walk, and I'll see y'all outside. Okay. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. Anybody want to call in? When times get hard, always remember to put God first. We're going to thank Couture Bay for coming on. We're going to give her a hand. We're going to thank her for coming on, for showing support, coming on the show, and doing some great stuff, adding on to dialogue for that. They said, who is this? This is Wiley, Miss Tasha. I believe that's your name, or Tisha, or whatever. So we thank you all for your massive support. I cannot wait. Now, if you want me to come back live today, let me know, what do you want me to talk about? Okay, if you want me to go back live today, let me know, what do you want me to talk about? Okay. All right, let me know. If you want me to go back live, let me know, what do you want me to talk about? Okay. Just let me know. Hola. Hey.
Hello, did you call for me, sister?
Yeah, you was commenting all in the chat today on the phone, so stop that.
What are you talking about?
What do you have to say about Eminem coming towards Megan Thee Stallion? Are you going to stand up for that black woman?
What are you even talking about, Wiley? I was minding my business.
You was all in there leaving text messages, but okay.
Yeah, girl, don't do it. It's Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, sister.
Okay, right then and there. I don't celebrate Pride Month, but happy. Okay.
You don't celebrate Pride Month?
No, sir.
You're the biggest faggy I know. Why don't you celebrate Pride Month?
What does that have to be? Celebrate a month? You think celebrate my existence is going to be down to a month? You celebrate a month. Every day I wake up prideful. I wake up happy. I don't have to worry about celebrating those 30 days and all that type of stuff. I don't celebrate it. That's just my personal opinion. I don't celebrate it. And you automatically gonna come with offensive, trashy, nasty language. I don't celebrate it. What I wanted to celebrate is the trash Armand people for trashing me, and you sat there and you ate it up like eating up a taco and a quesadilla, and you didn't allow me on the platform to defend myself. It's sad.
Wiley, I thought we had moved on from this.
No, what I'm saying, I moved on, but I just have to remind you, you know.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. You seem unhinged again today. It's a beautiful day. It's, Pride Month. So, have fun, be gay, and do your thing, sister. What do you mean?
I'm not gay.
What?
I'm not gay. I don't give myself a label.
So what are you, Wiley? I know you're a mess, but what else are you? What do you mean?
That's who I am.
A mess?
That I am a man. That's it.
Who likes to sleep with other men. So you're
and women. So I'm a part of the community, but I don't sit there and represent all that.
Girl, ain't nobody.
I don't sit there and represent all that type of stuff. Like,
and ain't no girl sleeping with you.
Well, that's your point. That's your point. You don't even sleep with black women or black men. You like what race you like?
Wiley, that's not the point. You're trying to deflect.
You said you like Latinos. That's what you say you like.
Ain't no girl giving you no pussy, girl.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, that's your opinion. We never met before. You're from Puerto Rico. I'm from right here in Chicago, and I'm now in Vegas.
The slums of Chicago. You're correct.
So you're saying Puerto
Slums of
Rico's not the
Chicago.
slums? Let's not talk about slums here, baby. We still got running
Let's talk
water.
about and for the record, I'm not from Puerto Rico. Okay, so I'm from the United States. Again, like I said yesterday, sister. You know, I just wanted to get off on a good foot. I was going to call you. I mean, you called me, sending for the queen, the Puerto Rican princess herself. I'm here, and you know, to celebrate Pride Month, and you're talking about I'm not gay, I'm not this. You're gay. It's okay.
All right, you guys. This is a huge supporter of Armand Wiggins. Do you want to sleep with Armand?
What?
I'm just asking a question.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
I said, do you want to sleep with him because you were so obsessed about him? So,
okay, Wiley. I think you're confusing us two. I think you're the obsessed one, not me. And you're clearly.
Because today we talked about some topics and he didn't even call in. That's sad.
No, I told you what I said. I said, good show, Wiley.
You did? You did? You said that? Cool.
Yes, I did. And I also said, sister, I also said, when you're talking about Lil Kim, I said Lil Kim's a botched loser. I also said those are freaky church ladies just like you. I also said a lot of things. But yeah, I said overall good show. Nice topics.
Okay.
How
do you respond when people call you a sleepy Mexican? Because someone said
I gave you your flowers. So take them, girl, and be happy. Are you not going to say thank you, or are you just going to be rude, or what?
No, I said gracias.
Huh?
Gracias.
De nada. Anyways, okay.
Why you deny your native tongue? Go on somewhere, girl.
Anyways, sissy, I hope you have a beautiful.
I just said gracias. I literally said gracias.
I hope you have a beautiful, lovely day. It's a beautiful day over here.
I just said gracias. What the world? I'm just saying gracias.
I'm gonna get ready. I have things to do, babe. Good show. Is there anything else?
So,
and I thought
would you make a promise not to drag me on Twitter Space?
Wiley, I didn't drag you in the first place, so that's why I'm confused. And we're past that, girl. Move on. Okay. And that's your problem. You don't know how to move the fuck on. You're stuck on Tasha K, Armand, da 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 da. You're just stuck.
Okay.
You know.
Thank you.
I can't help you with that.
Thank you for your. Thank you for your. Thank you for your support.
And thank you for yours. Thank you. Because you did call. You didn't tell people that you called me at like 11 o'clock last night, did you? You freaky thing. Did you tell them that? Did you tell them that you called me at 11 o'clock?
You said I called you at 11 o'clock? Yeah, I did call you at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Absolutely. I called you. I called you at 11 o'clock to give you the same taste of your medicine when you called me at 11 o'clock.
Wait, what medicine? I didn't call you at 11. I called you at like 8.
You called a different. Oh, okay. That's what you're saying.
I called you at 8, not 11.
I know the sun was down when you called me. It is what it is. You guys,
trying to be a freak.
Welcome to the Puerto Rican princess. We love you dearly. For him coming on, he's going to be celebrating Pride. I don't know if he's going to be with the Latino gays or the Black gays. I don't know which gays are you going to be with, the Black ones or the Mexican ones.
Pride is for everyone, Wiley.
I understand that, but who are you going to be hanging out with?
Every and anybody, Wiley. Every and anybody.
Or with the Mexicans or with the Blacks?
With anybody. It's Pride Month.
Okay.
That's not our main focus, sweetie. Okay. It's to celebrate, and you need to get out there and celebrate as well.
All right.
Just don't wear that musty jock strap with your wide back hanging out and your flabby ass everywhere. We don't want to see it, girl.
Why do you keep talking about that?
Why do I keep talking about what?
The whole jockstrap situation.
Because it's disturbing that you, who you say, I'm not gay. What do you have? What business do you have in a jockstrap? You're not playing any sports. You're just a sissy. You're a low down, nasty little sissy who likes to get freaky at night and call me and talk, all this stuff. And then in front of your viewers, You like to play games like I'm the obsessed one and I'm, this, that, and the third, and that's not the true T.
And he is a member, you guys. He keep talking about my jackstrap.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm answering your call. I was, started this conversation, happy Pride, sister. Then I got cussed out and yelled and called a dirty Mexican and all this other stuff. Like,
did nobody call you that? Stop lying.
You called me a sleepy Mexican, dirty Mexican.
No. Being called sleepy is, come on now, stop it.
And then I'm a colorist. Me and Claudia, I guess, are in the same gang. We're the colorist squad. So yeah. And you're mad that I'm fucking on Hector and Manuel and Pablo and Paco. You're mad about that. And I can't help that.
Okay. Well, again, we thank you for calling in. Again, I don't have no choice what the audience say about you because you were having your problems with some of the audience members about what they were saying about you. And they told
I didn't have any problem. It's the internet, babe. We grew up on back in the day, we were on Omegle after high school, like in middle school, high school. It's the internet. It's not that serious.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Terry said, all I want Hector to do is fix my car. Oh my gosh.
Is what?
Yeah. I don't know if you see that comment with Terry.
I'm not on there. I was getting ready. I'm about to step outside or, go out and about. What did Wide Back Terry say? Uh-huh. And you know what? Regarding Terry, Miss Wideback herself, she should be concerned with her husband sleeping around with other men and women or whatever she's got going on in her life instead of me in my life, me jumping across the border and us Mexicans, as y'all like to call us, Mm-hmm. So, are you about to step out after you do this live, Wiley? Or are you going out or about? Or are you about to, Saturday?
I'm going out for a nice walk.
Oh, you need to go to aren't there any, I haven't been to that side of where you're at, but is there any bars and stuff and clubs out there?
Yeah.
That way? You should go and get dolled up and go out and have a good time. Just, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you? I mean, it's Saturday, it's the weekend. It's time for it.
Well, I'm in Vegas, so I'm going to have a good time.
Okay. You're going to have a little freaky set later on tonight. I see.
Not necessarily, no, sir.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good day, sister.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you for calling in.
No, see, there you go. You called me, babe. And I have screenshots this time. You called me, babe.
Right.
Okay.
And you called back, and I said thank you. Okay,
but you called me twice, babe.
Right. Thank you.
So let's not do that. Okay, beautiful. So let's keep it. Let's not do that. All right.
Well, I do want to say thank you.
You're welcome. Toodles, babe.
Okay. All right. Thank you all so very much. Wasn't expecting that. Wow. This is really something. I want to say this really quickly. Megan Thee Stallion, this has been sent to me by a producer here. She have sold out. Oh, Nicki Minaj. Nicki. Megan Thee Stallion sold out a concert at the State Farm Arena, postponed due to water main break. They said Megan Thee Stallion first show in Atlanta on her summer tour has been postponed because issues across Atlanta caused by a massive water main break. And she did say she was extremely disappointed because I had a huge surprise for the hotties tonight, but we will follow the mayor protocol, the rapper said on X. Tarana Swan flew from Houston to watch her favorite artist for the first time. I am so upset my flight got pushed back to Houston. It's supposed to leave tomorrow. She said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. They're saying 2 hours before the concert, State Farm Arena announced on social media that the concert will be postponed to Sunday. The arena has added the tickets for Friday's show. Night show will be honored on Sunday. The left, they said this left Gerani saddened and scrambling with what to do next. When we came, quote, when we came here, I felt like the energy was off in the first place, she said. When we found out, we realized why everybody was a little off. Corey plans on doing whatever it takes to attend Sunday rescheduled concert. It said, quote, I'm actually supposed to work on Sunday, but we'll make that work. He said, I'm sure I will not go to work because this is my priority. What sucks, I got to do that again in 2 days. The Saturday, June 1st concert is still currently scheduled to take place at 8 p.m. We thank you so very much for that. She had also Nicki Minaj there and handled it very professionally. Also, OVO40, whoever that is, I don't know who that is. He's trash. Allegedly threatened DJ Chippa Sounds and DMs because 40 thought he played Kendra Diss Not Like Us in Toronto. OVO40 allegedly threatened the DJ. He said, how about I go to your city and play a song where someone calls you a pedophile? I know you never liked us. It's on site. When I see you, I'm going to smack you in the mouth. And that is what it's saying right then and there. A lot of folks are saying, but be for real, who the fuck is scared of 40? Laughing my ass off. Dude should be focused on his health and not rap beef. No, how friends started the leak in the cap is probably 40. Who stays pillow talking, laughing my ass off? Wow. Okay. Also, too, a little quickly here, you guys. A former male escort, Jonathan O.D., dropped major T on Diddy, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled. They're saying that he had multiple sexual encounters with Diddy and Cassie. He described himself as a sex slave. He said that he would have sex with Cassie and Sean Combs and Diddy. He said that Diddy would instruct him on what to do with Cassie at all while Diddy masturbated and conducted business meetings via phone. The encounters were filmed. He possessed one of the sex tapes. This police interrogation video took place many years ago, and corroborates what Cassie has said in the lawsuit regarding hiring male prostitutes. He said that DJ Khaled and Rick Ross and Diddy are gay, and Diddy is an Illuminati, and Obama is an ex-CIA agent, and Jimi Hendrix is alive living in Cuba. Oh, that's a lie. Child, this man got problems. Wow. This is something. All right. Yikes. A little hit it and quit it news. Y'all, I'm about to go. Thank y'all so very much. This is sick and twisted that this is going on out here in the media. Thank you all so very much. Love you all. And little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. I thank you, Lala, for coming on the show. Thank you to the Puerto Rican princess. And also thank you to Couture Day. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do. Y'all let me know. I need to get a barber. If you want to contribute to the show, Cash App, $Keyswally28, ZellWileyShow@gmail.com. And we'll talk to y'all later. Let me go outside and hit these Vegas streets. Bye, y'all.